Okay, so good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Good
Okay,
evening, sir.
all right. Let me share my screens. My screen visible or not? Is it visible?
It's visible, sir.
Okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
let's play the quiz first. Okay, we will practice whatever concept we have discussed in last class. We will practice the topic by the quiz. Okay. So everyone, please attempt this quiz attentively. Okay. So the first question is Python based conversion functions. What are the Python based conversion functions? Okay, the question
Heads. Bin heads and apt, sir.
okay, the question should be like this. Like which one is not the base conversion function? If the question
Int.
is like that,
Int.
so the correct answer is what? Int. Okay. So but it is showing it is wrong. But these all are there is a problem in question, okay? There is a mistake in question. Which function in Python is used to get the binary representation of an integer?
Bin.
Okay, so bin is responsible to convert integer decimal to the binary, respective binary format. Okay. Next question. What does the hex function return? What does hex function return?
Hexadecimal.
Representation.
Yes, it returns what? It takes decimal number and it return into the corresponding hexadecimal representation, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Next question is which of the following represents a complex number in Python?
1
1 plus 2 plus j.
Okay, what do you mean by J here?
Imaginary.
imaginary.
Okay, to J represent to the imaginary part of the complex number.
Yes, sir.
All right. Next question is what is the output of C dot real if C is equals to 1 plus 2J? Tell me what will
1.
okay, so what we are accessing, we are trying to access the real part of complex number. Okay, so this is the complex number which is 1 plus 2j. Okay, so
Yes.
here 1 is represent to the real part and 2j represent to the imaginary part.
Right.
So C1 dot real will access the real part only. So the answer will be 1.
Mhm.
Okay, what will type 1 plus 2j return? Very simple.
Complex.
So it will return what?
Complex.
Complex. Okay, complex is what? Complex is class. And we can say this is a object of complex class. Right? Right. How may how can a single line string be represented in Python? How to represent a single line string?
For
Using
single using single quotes and using triple quotes also, sir.
Single line. Basically, generally we use single quote for single line. Okay. Also, we can use triple quote. The most suitable answer is what? Single using single quotes. Which symbol is used to create a comment in Python?
Hash. First, sir.
Okay,
Hash.
hash symbol. What is the technical name of this hash?
Indent.
Pond symbol. Okay, so the technical name of this hash is pond. Okay. Next question is who conceived Python in late 1980s?
Guido and Rostam.
Okay, so Guido and Rossum is the correct answer.
Yes.
Right. Good. From which comedy series does Python driven its name?
Monty Python.
Circle.
Flying
Okay,
circus.
Monty Python's Flying Circus. This is a comedy
Circus.
serial. Okay, what is the compiled code of a Python source program called? What we call to the Python?
Bytecode.
Okay, so compiled code of Python source code is known as bytecode, right? Okay, is Python bytecode platform independent?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay, so the correct answer is yes. The next question is, what is bytecode in Python?
Collection of
Hmm.
mnemonics. Collection of mnemonics.
Yes, collection of mnemonics is the correct
Enough.
answer. Okay, what is the purpose of indentation in Python?
To create blocks of
Okay, so the
To
correct
create
answer is
common.
to create what? For comments, we
to
write font symbol, which is hash symbol. Okay, to create blocks. Okay,
create blocks of
because
code.
curly braces are not there in Python, so that's the reason we use indent. What's the mean of indent? What is the mean of indent?
Giving some space.
Okay, we can say it is a space. It is a tab space at the beginning of the line. So that is known as indent. What happens if you miss an indent in Python?
A syntax error will occur.
A syntax error will occur. Yes, very good.
Will
This
occur.
is the correct answer. Okay, so this was the last question of this quiz. Okay, so very nice. We scored 15 out of 14 because one question was incorrect. So that's why. So we have 15 out of 40,
Two
not
questions later, 15 out of 13.
uh, okay. Let's see which was incorrect
That
also.
one, sir. One answer.
And one answer is 0 0.1 something, 1.0, right?
Okay,
This one
so
only right.
okay. Here we did mistake. So
Yes.
it will access what? 1.0. Let's see it. Let's see it. So let me open here ideally. Okay, just a moment. Okay, so here let's write here C is equals to 1 plus 2j, right? So type of C is what? Complex. Okay, I want to access the real part. So C dot real. So it is returning what? 1.0.
1.0.
Okay, so C dot image. It is returning 2.0. Okay, so it is returning number in float. So yes, that is the correct. Okay, so the correct one is 1.0. Okay. So fine, we have done with quiz. Let's come back to our slides now. Okay, so today we have to understand about every program required three things. One is input, output, and process. Right? Whenever we write program, so there should be three components in your program. One is input and process and output. Okay. So whenever you will create the program, so you will give some input. Okay, so let me show you a demo as well. Okay, so here I'm writing comment, write a program to check whether number is even or odd. Okay, so whenever we write the program to check number even or odd, so what we required number one is what input we required. We will take input first, and the second part is what we will process that input. Okay, we will process that input, and after that we will after processing it will produce output. Your program should produce some output. Okay, so for example I'm taking a number. Okay, number is equals to what? For example I'm taking here 43. Okay, and in process what I will write? I will write the condition. So what is the condition? condition is what? If number is modulus, okay, by 2. If number is completely divisible by 2, then we will say this is what? Even number. So we will store that number inside what? Even variable. Okay, I have created one variable called even. Okay, otherwise I will store this number in what? Else part. I mean, I will store this number in what? Odd part. Okay, and directly also I can print here. I don't need to write here. Actually, see the process and what we can say process and output we are doing at the same time. So we can say process and output we are doing at the same time. So here is what? Even number is even. Okay, and here I will write num, right? We don't need to create another variable. Simply we can write number is odd. Okay, and this is num. So if I will run the program, so it is saying what? Number is odd. Okay, 43 is what? Odd. If you will change the number, if you will change the number like 46, so what it will say now? It will say number is what? Even. Okay, 46 is what? Even. Okay, for example, we have to write a program to multiply two numbers. Okay, to multiply two numbers. So what we required? We required input number one. Okay, we required number two. Okay, and here in process what we will do, this time in process we will write multiplication. We will multiply two numbers. Okay, result is equals to what? Num1 plus num1 into num2. Okay, and now we have output part separately. So here we will write output. Okay, and we will print here multiplication is, okay, and here we will write result. Okay, so our program have input, it has process, and it has output. So if I will execute this, so it is giving what? Multiplication is what? 92. Getting everyone this?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes.
Okay, so let's understand about the print function now. So print is what? It is a what? Predefined function in Python. Print is what? Predefined function in Python. Print is a standard output function. This function is used to print data or information on console, or we can say monitor. So what this is a basic function. So whatever message we want to print, whatever message we want to print, with the help of print we can print the message. Okay, so whatever you will write here, it will print. Okay, suppose if you want to print some information, some information you want to print, and if I'm writing here like info is equals to what? uh, Info is equals to what? ABC 123. This is what? Info, and I want to print this info. So what I will write here? Info. Will it print info? Is it printing info? It is printing just the variable name. It is printing. It is not printing what? The message contained by the info variable. So if you want to print the variable data, this is what? Info variable. If you want to print the variable data, so either you can write here comma, and you can write the variable name which is info. Now you will see this info is what? Variable which will print the variable data, but this info is a part of a string, so it will print as it is. So if I will execute now, okay, so if we are executing now, so it is printing what? Information as well. ABC 123 it is printing. Otherwise we can use one more thing which is formatted string. So whenever you write formatted string, so inside the single code at the same time you can print your message as well as info. It's inside the same single block. So for example, I'm writing here this is info. Okay, so this info is what? This info is just a string. This is just a string. It will print as it is. This info will print as it is. So if I will execute this, so see this info is printing as it is. But what I said, whatever you want to print, whatever information you want to print, you can print inside the single quote. But whenever I am using formatted string and I'm writing this info, so it is printing as it is. But I don't want to print as it is. So if you want to print the data inside the info variable, so you need to put curly braces. What you need to put? Curly braces here. So if you will put curly braces, so it will treat it as a variable. Now this info will treat it as a variable. So if I write info here, so this info is treated as a string, but this info is treated as what? Variable, right?
Variable.
Yes. So it is printing what? Info. This is a string and this is an information message, right? So this is the use of print. Data as well as information we can print. Okay, so this print function can take three arguments. One is data, second is separator, and third is what? End. So print function required three input to print data or information. Okay, print function is having three inputs: data value it takes, separator it takes, and end it will take. Okay, so for example, I'm writing here. I'm writing here. For example, I'm writing here name, and here I'm writing my name. Okay, I'm writing my name. So I want to print my name, so simply I can write here. So this is what data I am printing. Data I am printing. I will not give any single quote, because if you will give single quote means it will print in like data, but I want to print the information which is there inside the variable, so it is printed. Okay, so I want to end this. My name is ending by nothing, so I want to end it. Okay, so I want to end it by like some symbol. So what can I do? I will write here and is equals to, and whatever symbol you want to do, you want to write at the time of ending it. So you can write. I want to write this symbol whenever it end while printing my name. It should end with this symbol. Okay, so it will print this symbol at the end. Okay, so is it printing this symbol or not? So it is printing. Okay, so this is a mean of end. Okay, but I also want like there should be one asterisk. There should be. Okay, for example, I'm writing here my name. Okay, F name I'm writing, first name, and I'm writing L name. Okay, last name. Okay, so here I will write what? Here I will write print. Okay, print F name. Okay, and L name. Right, so what it will print? It will print my name. Okay,
First name and
sorry.
both first name and last name, sir.
It is printing both first name and last name. And see, instead of a space, see, by default space is coming now, but I haven't given any space here. Did I give any space here between first name and last name? But still some space is
No.
coming. Why this space is coming? See, this comma is replaced by space automatically. This comma is replaced by space. See, here I didn't give any space, and here also I didn't give any space, but by default space is coming. This is space. So this space is coming just because of we have given here comma. So I want to change the meaning of this comma. Instead of comma, instead of space, I want to give, I want to give, I want to give, instead of space, I want to keep here star. Okay, I want to keep here star. What I want? My first name, my first name and last name. Between first name and last name there should be star. So here I can use another parameter which is separate, right? So if I will execute, so can you see, instead of comma it is giving what? Asterisk. So if you want more asterisk you can write. Understood? Okay, and I want to
Yes,
end
sir.
it. I also want to end it by what? End it by with this symbol. Okay, so I ended by this symbol, so I will write here end. End is what? After printing what you want to do, this is responsible. End is responsible to do whatever you want to do after printing the name, and in between whatever you want to do, it is responsibility of separator. Okay, so let me run my program now. So see, this is star is coming in between, and by the end this symbol is coming. Are you understanding about this separators? Okay, yes or no? Tell me, guys.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, so what's the default functionality of print? The default functionality of print is adding new line. Okay, so what's the mean of this? Okay, so for example, I am printing here print f name. Okay, and after that, if I am writing here l name, so if I will execute it, so what it is printing? It is printing my name, first name and last name. I want to add some. I want to add some new line character. I want to add new lines between first name and last name. So I can write here empty print. If you will write empty print, so it will act like a new line. Okay, so I'm writing here comment, so it will act as a new line. So empty print will act as a new line. How many new lines are there? Three new lines. So it will keep three lines between first name and last name. Okay, this is what line 1, line 2, line 3. Okay, so three total lines are there. So this is what default behavior of print. Okay, next. Okay, so after printing these values, we are adding new line. Next is what? Okay, see what we have written here. 10, comma 20, comma 30, comma 40, comma 50. So what will be the output of this first line? Comma will replace with whom? Comma will replace with whom? Can anyone tell me?
Space.
Yes, comma, yes, very good. Comma will replace by the space, because by default, comma default value is space. Okay, okay, here also it will give a space. What about here? What about the third line? Third line.
It will replace by dollar sign.
Yes,
Dollar
this
symbol.
see
Between the dollar.
between values, between all the values, there will be dollar symbol. Dollar symbol
Dollar.
will be there. Okay, so this comma will replace by the dollar symbol. Yes, very nice. And this comma will replace by the comma. Here in this line, comma
Yes,
will
sir.
replace by the comma, right? And here
Comma.
it is simple space. And here is what?
Space.
Here what's the separator? NIT. Okay, so instead of comma, we can keep string, we can keep symbol, we can keep symbol, and by default, the symbol is what? Space. Next slide. Okay, nothing to learn here. See what we are doing here. We have created here variables, and this is what we are printing message, and this is what we are printing information. We are printing message and information, message and respective information, message and respective information. Are you getting, guys, everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, very good, very nice. Here what we are doing, we are just printing. What will be the output of first line?
Yes.
What will be the output of second line?
As it is, but there will be space between each digits,
What
sir,
will
in
be the
first
value
line.
it will print? Can you please tell me the value?
Maybe,
10, 20, 30.
10, 20, 30. What about the second line?
And line also same, I think so.
10, 20 and 30. Is it? What will it print, Sana? The last line?
no, sir.
No,
With
no idea.
comma. With space, sir. 10.
Okay, see, let me write here. A 10, B 20, C 30. Okay, so here I am printing what? A comma B comma C. Okay, so what it will print? It will print 10 space 20 space 30. Okay, what it will print if I write here? Okay, A comma B comma C comma, what it will print here? The value will be A space B space C space, because whatever you will write the single quote or double quote, it will print as it is. Okay, here we are printing just the
Yes, sir.
message, and here what we are printing, we are printing information of the variable. Hope you are getting this now. Okay, so it is printing 10 comma 20, I mean 10 20 30 ABC. If you want to separate it by comma, okay, because comma is not coming in output. If you want to keep comma in output, if you want to separate these values with comma, so what you will write here, you will write SEP is equals to single quote and you will write comma. Okay, so this ABC will separated by comma now. Okay, it is separating by comma. Next. Okay, so this is no problem, this is easy. Okay, this line, the first line will end by the semicolon because we are changing the
Yes.
ending behavior. What is the default ending behavior of the print? Tell me, what's the default behavior of the print?
Print,
10,
print only,
20.
sir.
After that, semicolon.
No, I'm asking,
No, sir, only print. Print with print function without any values.
see, if I will not give here end, see, I'm
Yes.
giving here end, so it is ending with semicolon. So if I remove this end,
Yes.
so it will end with with which character?
Just 10, comma 20, comma 30.
Yes, you are absolutely correct. I'm not saying you are wrong. Okay, A comma 10, B comma 20, C comma 30. Suppose I'm writing this print A comma B comma C, right? Okay,
Yeah.
and I'm printing here like hello. So if I will write here, if I will write here, what I will write, let me write here end with semicolon. Okay, and you guys tell me the output. Tell me the output. Tell me the output of this code.
A comma B comma C
Mhm.
semicolon.
Okay, just let me write here whatever you're saying. Suppose this is what our output screen. Okay, so here you are saying it will print 10 comma 20, I mean 10 20 and 30, isn't it? And after that semicolon, and after that hello, isn't it? Is it what you are saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes, but this is the wrong output. You may ask why. So what will be the correct output? The correct output will be 10 space 20 space 30 space semicolon, I 30 semicolon, then hello, because it will not add new line because we are changing the behavior. By default it add what? New line. If you will not change the behavior of end, so it will add what? New line. But we have changed the behavior of end, so it is ending with semicolon, so this hello will not come in new line. It will start with the same line, right? Because we changed the behavior of this. Understood whatever what I'm trying to say here? So let's see the output. So what is the output? We are getting output 10 20 30 semicolon and hello. Okay, so if I write here hi, okay, and with semicolon again, and I'm writing here bye. Okay, can anyone tell me the output now? What will be the output? Okay, let me just create the output
A.
screen here. Okay, so
Shall I
here is
tell
the
you,
output.
sir?
Yes, yes, please, please.
All the values will print in same line, please.
Tell me first line output. First line. In first line, what it will be?
A.
10,
10, 20, 30.
30, right? And
Semicolon.
se
Hello.
semicolon and hello. Okay. Very nice. Next,
Yes, sir.
what will be the output of?
Second line, it's not.
Okay, this is the output of this print. What about this? Where it will? Okay, this also you have print. We have printed. What about this? What will be the output of this? Where this high will print it?
High,
Okay, high.
In next line, I think.
Uh,
no next line. Semicolon by.
okay, semicolon by. Okay, so this is the wrong output basically. This is the wrong output. Let me tell you what will be the correct output. Okay, so where I haven't given and, so the default behavior is what? New line. If I mentioned here and if I'm giving this, so means there is no default behavior. So see, this is what? ABC. Let's print ABC 10, 20 and 30. Okay, and it is ending what? Semicolon. Means now the behavior of print is not new line. The behavior of print is semicolon. Okay, so the next line will start from the same place because we changed the behavior of the first print. That's why. Hello. Okay, so we are not changing here. We are not changing ending behavior of the second print. So second print, after printing the value, it will insert new line because by default the behavior of print is new line. So new line means it will come here. It will start printing from here. So what it will print? It will print high, right? It is printing high and it is ending with semicolon means new behavior. The default behavior is not there. Default behavior is not there. So default behavior is what? Semicolon. So there is no new line when it
Sir, we
start
can't
printing
able
this.
to see, sir.
You're not able to see the screen.
Yeah, it's now okay.
Okay. What about others? Are you able to see the screen? Is it visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it will end by semicolon. Okay. And the data of another print will start with same line. So it will print by. Right. So this is the correct output. Output will print into two lines, not in single line. So let me just execute this code now. So see, what is the output? Output is coming in same line or not? As I said, it is coming like this or not? Output is
Yes,
same,
yes, sir.
right? So this is the thing you have to understand. Okay, next slide. See the next slide. Okay, so let's talk about formatted string. So what is the meaning of format string? So a string prefix with F or capital F is called formatted string. So whenever you are writing print, and here you are writing like this hello, okay, and you are writing here whatever message you are writing. So this is what string it will not. If a string, or we can say if single quote or double quote, if single quote or double quote or triple single quote or triple double quotes starting with a small f or capital F symbol. So these types of strings are known as formatted string. Okay, so what is the benefit of formatted string? Using formatted formatted string, we can print message and info at the same time in the string only. Okay, okay. So message part we will keep as it is, and info part we will information part we will wrap with, okay, wrap with curly braces. Okay, what is the mean of this? For example, I already given you example, but let me tell you again. For example, this is info is what? Okay, secret, or let's write, okay, pass at the rate 1122. Okay, so this is the information. Okay, so if you want to display the information, so here what I'm using here formatted string. Why? Because it is starting with f symbol. So whatever you will write inside the, if you will write as it is, whatever data you are writing as it is without any curly braces, so it will print as it is. But if you will use, if you want to print this information, you need to use curly braces, and inside the curly braces you need to write the variable name. So what is the variable name? Info here. So what it will print here, it will print password as it is, and it will print info, means it
Pass
will
at
print
the rate
info. Yes, yes,
1122.
yes, yes, very nice. So it will print information as well. Okay, so for example, if you are writing here like this, so what will happen? It will print as it is. But inside this you cannot write like this. You cannot write anything inside the curly braces. You will write the only variable name, original variable name you will write, otherwise it will give error. See, it is giving error because this is not found. Okay, so that's why. Okay, for example, now let's everyone please tell, I'm writing here password is equals to, okay, password is equals to class at the rate 321. Okay, I'm printing here, okay, I'm printing here my class password. Okay, my class password is what? My class password is what? Password. So can anyone tell me what it will print here?
My class password
Class password class at the rate 32.
321.
Okay, so it will print, like it will print what? Password, correct? But it will print here error. Tell me why it is print, why it will print error?
Curly in curly bracket, we should write info.
No, I want to print this data, no? Because info containing
Hi,
this
okay,
data,
okay.
but I want to print this
Yes,
data.
yes, 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 yes.
Yes. So why error?
Because we give space, sir, I think.
Where? Okay, let's remove the space here. But the space is no issue. Outside the curly braces, whatever you want to keep, you can keep. Whatever you want to keep outside the curly braces, you can keep. But it will produce error. Tell me why error will come. Or there is no error.
No error, no, sir.
No error.
We no need to give F, sir. I think we no need to give F here.
F is no problem because we are talking about formatted string. We are talking about formatted string, and formatted string which start with F symbol only. Okay, so if you will use here F string, then only curly braces you can use. Otherwise, there is no significance. There is no use of this curly braces if you are not starting it with F. F represent to the formatted string. Tell me
No
why.
error, no, sir.
Okay, let me tell you one thing. Then automatically you will get the answer. Let me write here one comment and you will get the answer. Python language is case sensitive. Okay, so it means small a and capital A both are different.
Okay, sir, in password P is capital.
Yes, here password is what? Starting with capital P, and
Uh,
this starting with small p. So
small
this is
Small.
the error. Case sensitivity is there. Okay. So see, it is
okay,
error. Did you mean capital P password or small p wala password? Which password you required? So I need capital P password.
capital.
Okay. So this is the thing I want to teach you here. Okay. So it is printing class at the rate 321. Okay. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very nice. So this is the same story here. the same story. Okay, here is a different story. Okay, so whenever you will print floating point. Okay, so whenever you will print floating point, so you will mention, if you will mention colon dot 2f, so it will print what? It will print, for example, I'm writing here, I'm creating here result. Okay, I'm talking about result 84.55993311009955 percentage I got in my exam. Okay, so if and I am applying for the job, right? And they are asking write your percentage and with two floating point numbers. Okay, so but if you will print here, it will give all the numbers. So it is printing all the numbers, but after point I want to print only two digits. Okay, suppose the second digit I'm writing 1, so I want to print two digits only. Then in this case, what can I do? So I can use this formatted method string we can use here. So here I will write formatting string symbol, and I will enclose it first in single quote. Okay, so I'm writing here result is just a message I'm writing, and variable data if you want to print, so first keep it inside what? Curly braces. So still it will print the same, but I want 2 points, two floating points after this. So what I will do, I will write here colon dot 2f.
Two.
Okay, so 2f
Yes.
means 2 points, two digits it will display. So if I will write here 4f means it will print 4 floating points. Okay, so it is working like this. Hope you are understanding this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's talk about others. Okay, now we have input function. Okay, if you want to take data from the user, then you will use input function. Okay, so see, so for example, I am asking user a number, like input. So if you want to ask user to enter number, so you will use input function. And if you are using input function, so it will ask a number, but you will never know whether it is asking number or not, because there is no prompt, there is no message here. So it's better whenever you're writing input function, you need to give message here, enter a number. So it is means clearly user can understand, like it is asking, it is waiting for the number. Okay, so now we can clearly understand it is waiting for the number. Suppose I entered what? 10. So 10 is stored inside what? 10 is stored inside num. So if I entered here 10, so 10 is stored inside what? Num. So can I print num? Can I print here num? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So what it will print? Basically it will print what? 10. Will it print 10 or not? Whatever number I will give by the input function, it will print the same number. Okay. So if I want
Yes,
to
sir.
change the type of num, can anyone tell me what
Int.
it will print? What it will print? It will
Int.
print class, and which class it will belong? It will
Integer.
belong to
Integer.
the integer class.
Int.
Okay, and you are very wrong. Okay, the answer is very wrong. So see, if you will print it, if you will print it, so it will print what? For example, if I am giving 10 and it is printing 10, it is giving what? String class. It is giving what? String class. Why it is not giving integer class? Because 10 is what? Integer. We know 10 is integer. So is there any mistake in PVM? Is there any mistake in Python source code? So see, we are doing mistake. We are not understanding the behavior of input. See, input is a function used to input or read string values. So it reads what? String values. Okay. Whatever input function return, it returns in the form of string. So that's why this num value is what? String. So here, what you need to do, you need to change the behavior of input. Okay. So here you will wrap the input function with integer. You will typecast it. Okay, so you will change the behavior of input by writing this int function, right? So if you will give the input here, if you will give here integer input like 40, so it will print what? 40, right? Getting everyone? Now it is printing an integer. Understanding everyone? Any
Yes,
confusion here?
sir.
Any confusion here? Now this is what? Right. Okay. Let me tell you one more function, which is, see, this input function. Okay, input function convert into what? Integers. Okay. And there is one more function which is eval. There is one more function is eval. So see, so for example, I'm writing here num. Okay, or I'm writing here, what should I write here? Okay, I'm writing here variable name is for demo, and here I'm writing input function. Okay, and this input function I will wrap it by eval. Okay, I will wrap it by eval. So it is asking enter data, or enter any data, right? It is asking about enter any data. So if I will print data, okay, like let me use f string here. Are you everyone listening or understanding both? Means you guys are understanding and listening now? Yes or no?
Yes, yes, sir.
What about others?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
What
sir.
about Reshma? She is there in meeting. uh,
Yes, sir.
okay, very nice. Okay, all right. So now tell me, see this eval function. So in eval function, if you are writing int, if you are writing integer numbers, so it will return what? If you are writing integer, so I mean if you are writing integer, so it will return what? Integer. If you are writing float value, so it will return what? Float. Okay, if you are writing what? If you are giving input as what? List, so it will return what? List. Okay, so whatever data you will give while the at the time of giving input, so the same data it will return. Let's see what I'm trying to say here. So for example, it is asking what? Let me just restart this. Okay, so let me just execute it. Okay, okay, see here now. So it is asking data, enter data. Suppose I'm writing here 10. Okay, so what is the type of 10? Type of 10 is what? Data is 10 and the type of is what? Integer. So if you will give here, if you will give here what? If you will give here 10 as an integer, so it will print here 10. It will print here 10, and it will print class is what? Class is what? Integer. Okay. So if you will give here, if you will give here list of data like 10, 20 and comma 30, so it will print the same list 10 comma 20 comma 30, and it will print the type of its what? List. Okay, so whatever data you are giving, it will print the same data. Okay, so for example, I am giving here list 10 comma 20, so it is printing data is what? This data it is printing, and it is saying this is a list. But if you will use here input function only, if you suppose if you are not using eval function, if you are not using eval function and you are giving this list, so what will happen? Everyone, please carefully observe now. 10 comma 20, so what it will say, what it will print here, it will print the data, it will print here 10 comma 20 in list. But in this line what it will print? In this line it will print str. So whatever data you will give by input function, so it will keep data as, it will consider data as what? String. So what it is printing is string, right? Suppose if you are giving float data, if you are giving float data, if you are giving float data here like 10 comma 5, okay, I mean 10.5, 10.5, so it is giving what? String. Everything it is saying is string. But if you will put here eval, if you will put here eval, so it will understand the nature of data, it will understand the nature of the data. Eval function understand the nature of the data. So let me just execute it one more time. And if I'm writing here 10 comma, I mean 10.5, so what it is saying, data is what? 10.5, and the behavior, I mean it is belonging to the float. Okay, and if I'm giving here data is what? suppose I'm giving here 10 comma 20. So this is what tuple data, right? So what it will say, it is tuple. But in case of only input, it will always say string. Are you understanding the difference between input, what is input function return, what eval function return? Understood everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now you guys tell me one question you have to tell me. For example, I'm creating here, okay, D1 I'm creating, and in D1 I'm writing here 10 comma 20 comma 30, okay, and D2 I'm writing 10 comma 20 comma 30, okay, and in D3 I'm writing here 1 comma 2 comma 3. I mean, let's take the same data, 10 comma 20 comma 30, okay, and here what I'm writing D4, and in D4 what I'm writing here, I'm writing 1 belongs to 10, 2 belongs to 20, and 3 belongs to 30. Okay, I'm writing like this. Okay, and D5 I'm writing what? D5 I'm writing empty. Okay, so if I will write here print type of D1, okay, I'm writing print type of D2. Okay, I'm writing print type of D3. Okay, I'm writing print type of D4. Okay, print, I'm typing what? Type D5. Okay, so can anyone tell me what will be the type of this? What will be the type of this?
So first one will be list.
Yachi? First, I mean, sorry. Okay, what will be the
List.
what? Yes, yes. Okay, it will print what?
List.
It will print type of what?
List.
List.
And second will be tuple.
Okay, second is what? Tuple.
Third will be set.
Third will be, okay, this one is what?
Set.
Set. Okay, this one is set. Okay,
And
let me write.
fourth will be dictionary.
Fourth will be dictionary.
And fifth also dictionary.
Fifth also. Okay, fifth also dictionary. Okay, let me write here what? D5, D6 is equals to this, okay, and D7 is equals to this, okay, and D8 is equals to, okay, this is I'm again writing type D6, okay, and print D7, okay, D8. Okay, tell me what is the type of this?
D7 is tuple, sir.
D7 is
D7 is tuple.
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 Okay,
D7, sir. Not 6.
okay.
And D8 will be
D7 is what? D7.
tuple.
Okay, tuple. Okay. And what about this?
D6 will be
D8?
don't know.
D8?
No idea.
What is the D8?
Yes, float.
It
Float.
is float. Okay. So let me tell you where you are correct and where you are incorrect. Here, here you are absolutely
D
right. Here you are absolutely right. Okay, D2. Here
D7.
also you are absolutely right. Okay. And here what you said, D3. D3 is said. Here also you are right. And after that, you said D4. D4 is what? Dictionary. That is also you are correct. I mean you are right here also. And what about this D5? D5 is what? D5 is what? Dictionary. But D5
No.
is what? Dictionary. Yes, yes. Here also you are right. And this is what? D6. D6 you are saying tuple, but this time you are wrong. Okay, here you are wrong. And here you are saying 10 is what? Is it correct? You are saying tuple. Okay, this time also you are
Yes,
Yes.
right.
sir.
You are right. and here you are saying float. So this time you are right. That is correct. But here you are wrong because empty parenthesis doesn't represent tuple. Okay. So let me just execute it. Okay. So what it is saying? Let me just check here. Okay, it is representing tuple. D6 is tuple, right?
Sir.
Okay, means I am wrong here. This is also right. Okay, let me write here one more. D9. Okay, D9. Okay, I'm writing here 10. So tell me, I have D9. What will be the type of this?
It will be
Sure.
What is the correct answer?
listener.
Tuple.
Sorry,
Tuple.
tuple. Yes, now you are wrong.
No, sir.
Here you
No.
are wrong, right? So see, here you are wrong. So this is what integer. Okay, this is what integer. So parenthesis doesn't mean it is tuple. Okay, it is integer. But if you will put comma here, if you will put comma here, then it will be what?
It will be tuple.
It will be tuple. Okay. So why this is considering as integer? For example, you are writing 10, okay, plus 4, multiply it by 2. So this is a mathematical expression, no? So bracket, it is not defining it as like it is a tuple. This is what mathematical expression we can write with the help of brackets. So if you are writing, so this is what integer, na? Integer calculation is coming. So if you will write 10 comma 10, and if you will write comma, then it will be work as a tuple, right? Understood now? So now you are correct here,
Yes.
right? So let me just run it. So it is printing like this. Hope you understood, guys. We have covered so many things into this.
Yes, sir. It's enough for today, sir.
So it is enough for today. We have discussed so many things, and tomorrow, let's see what we will discuss tomorrow. So tomorrow we will see some more programs. Okay, tomorrow we will write programs. All right, so that's all for today. Do you have any doubt, anyone, anything you want to ask?
No, sir.
All right, so thanks for joining the class. Thanks for giving your valuable time. All right, so
Jazakallah.
yes, yes. All right, I will send the recording as well. Okay, if you missed, if you have any confusion, so you can watch the recording, because tomorrow we will start with quiz. Okay. All right, so thank you everyone. Bye everyone. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Jazakallah.